AJ, and first of all, I'd like to start by saying Happy National Hufflepuff Day! And you guys might not know this about me, but I am a proud Hufflepuff. So yeah, Hufflepuffs rule. That's just fact. And two, I'm sorry I haven't been posting anything recently. It's just that I've had writer's block. I don't know what to record. Each time I do, there's always some sort of problem. And I've just been hanging out with my family a lot, so I haven't really had time to post. But I've been trying. But your video's here now, so that's good. And I'm going to do something a little differently today. I'm going to start with making theories. So, about TV shows. And so how it's going to work is I'm going to have a theory, and I'm going to talk to you guys about it, and then you can comment at the end of the video what your TV show theory is, or if nobody posts anything, I have a few in mind. So, let's get started. So, today's theory is based on my childhood favorite show, the Powerpuff Girls. I'm not afraid to admit this now, but I still watch the Powerpuff Girls, like the original. I personally prefer the original, and this theory also refers to the original. So it's about Princess, and if you don't know who that is, it's one of the Powerpuff Girls' main enemies that's around their age, and I'm pretty sure she's aside from Sedusa, she's really the only girl, I think, villain of the show. So if you don't know her story, I really advise that you should watch it either before or after. I'm fine with whichever. Maybe after it'll make a little more sense and you might feel how I feel toward it now. But before would also be a good thing to do. But so the first episode she's in is the first episode of season 2. So I really advise that you watch that. So now to the theory. Here's the story. You come to a new school that you just transferred to. You don't have any friends there and decide that while all the kids are playing, that you try to impress people and make friends, and each time they invite you to play, you always try and tell them, I can do this, it's pretty awesome, you should, do you want to be friends, pretty much? And each time they see it as a snobby reaction, like you're rubbing it in their face, when really you're just trying to, impress them. Then you see these girls, these 3 girls who everyone admires and sees as these 3 amazing girls. And you want to ask them, who are they? I want to be just like them. And so when they introduce themselves and you tell them, I'm going to be just like you, then they laugh and scoff and say, you can't be like us. You can never be like us. That just seems really rude, and it hits you where it hurts. So you decide to tell your dad, who can probably get you that stuff to be just like them. So you try and tell him to help you, and so the next day you come into school, you wear what they wear, you try to impress them, and then when you see them the next day, and you show them, they're not impressed. They're offended, and they feel hey, back off. You're not going to be like us. Never. And so then when they need to go, you decide, I'm going to go with them. I'm going to show them. I'm going to be devoted and show them how, that I can do it. So you go to the crime, where the crime is happening, and you try to help them. You try to show them, hey, I can do it too. You aren't the only ones, and I can help you. But instead, your plan backfires, and you are grabbed, and pretty much are a distraction for the girls. And so they decide to help you, but let the bad guy get away. So, and then afterwards, they're mad at you for trying to help. So it's kind of they're mad at you for something you didn't intentionally try to do. You didn't try to stop them. You tried to help them. And they're frustrated with you. So you go home, tell your dad all about it. He tries to make you better, make you better after you were sad. And then the next day you decide to stand up to them. You decide to say, hey, I'm not going to let you push me around, and you push. But they push harder. They push back harder, ending, like, and end up defeating you. And at the end, you, like, after it all, you ask, why can I never be like you? And they tell you it's because you're not this great. You're not so great as you think you are. You're a jerk, even though you feel like you aren't. And you're not trying to be. Like, you don't think that you're a jerk. You're trying to impress people. And then afterwards, you're called by the police. Like, the police call, like, people call the police and decide to take you to jail, like, as a kindergartner. That seems too much. Like, that seems unfair. So do you think Princess deserved that? I don't think so. So comment down below if you think that Princess really deserves to, like, be thrown in jail. And also comment if you really like this series, and I think I like these too because they're really fun for me. And yeah, like, comment, and subscribe. Oh, and I almost forgot, the shout out from my last video for who is on my shirt goes to Time for Jesus, who commented Marceline. And yes, there was somebody else who also said Marceline, but they had spelt it wrong. So I took the one that was spelt right. I'm very sorry about that, but you both got it right. So, bye YouTube.